Okay, Mr. Warden, I think we're good to go.
Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. We are now back in open session, and I can confirm that we only discussed those items that were listed on the motion to go in camera. So, next steps. As you can see in the agenda, there are the PowerPoint rather there. We've had a really good discussion. Mary Lou, do you wish to make any final comments?
Thank you very much, Mr. Warden. And I know this is a lot of information to absorb in a relatively short meeting. So the next steps would be to action the recommendations from this meeting. We did not action in levels 1, 2, and 3. We had a really good discussion. And I guess I'd look for direction as to how you would like us to proceed. The budgets will be finalized and published on the county website December 1st. We'll have in your calendars for December 8th and 15th the meetings. That would hopefully by the end of that we would consider the budget bylaw on January 11th, and we would have a meeting with our tax consultant, and we would pass tax policy by March 31st. I can just add to that next week we've organized tax training with MTE. Peter is coming on site, and we've invited our member municipalities as well. So combined with our own staff, we have approximately 17 people attending from your municipalities. And one of the items on the agenda will also be tax policy. So there'll be the consultation with your own teams.
Thank you, Mary Lou.
Mr. Warden,
Kim, go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you. So we were left with a little bit of homework as staff, and some further analysis. So I'm wondering if we undertake that. I'm not convinced we can get it done in time for our next council meeting. But we will put our heads together and decide if that's the case. But either at the next meeting or at another, I think it makes sense to just do it as part of as an add-on to a council meeting. We'll have the follow-up conversation about the items that you asked us to bring back more information about. And
Okay.
then from there, I think the things that we didn't make specific decisions on and you didn't ask for additional information about, we will assume that those will be included in the draft budget, and then council will have the opportunity to make decisions about those things on the 8th or the 15th of December as appropriate. Is that
Yep.
everyone else's understanding?
I think that's where we have to go. If we go back through all this again, we'll be here till well, it's not dark yet, but it's getting there. So, but I think everybody, we can agree that we're up against a fairly tough budget year, and a lot of work is to come yet, and a lot of discussion. But today's discussion will inform further discussion, I hope. So, if that didn't sound too politically round and round, I don't know. Councillor Mackey.
Well, some of it's going around, Mr. Warden. I guess there was a lot of information presented to us today, and there was some really good discussion. But like Mary Lou indicated, we didn't really give direction on a lot of these things. So I'm wondering, and I'm not sure what the next agenda looks like, but I'm just wondering, some of our colleagues today just received the information, and will have a chance to digest it. But would there be time at our next council meeting to go down through each one and have a straw vote and find out where people are sitting in regards to, conferences, and whether we reduce down to one paid conference? It's 20,000 here, 25,000 there, but accumulative, it adds up. And I think we need to take the time to get through some of those things and find out where the majority sits.
Well, and I won't disagree with you. Council meetings are scheduled till 4:30 on the council day. So, you know, a lot of times we don't use that time. So perhaps, going forward, maybe assume that you're going to be at the county council meeting until, you know, mid-afternoon or later, so that we can tackle this stuff in a maybe a more granular level. Kim.
Yeah, so with that direction, if everyone's okay, I'll ask the clerks to put out an amended committee of the whole agenda for next week, and we'll add some budget discussion onto that. As I say, without talking to staff, I can't say that we'll have the additional analysis prepared at that time that you're looking for, but at least it would be a second opportunity to look at some of the things on this list today that you didn't have an opportunity to really weigh in on.
Thank you. Is that sound fair to everybody? Okay. All right. Well, having said that then, I think we've used up most of our time, if not more of it. Does someone want to make a motion that we adjourn? Councillor Nielsen, Councillor Gregg, anyone opposed? We are now adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone, and enjoy the weekend. Don't forget to turn your clock back. All right.
Thank you all.
Take care.